Mr. Chairman, I don't think there will be a lot of debate necessary here. I think we heard a lot of the debate on the previous amendment, and I certainly agreed with much of what I heard on the other side of the aisle. I'm just kind of curious why our friends on the other side of the aisle didn't go to the logical conclusion of actually providing an exemption, an exclusion, a carve-out for our community financial institutions. Instead, I think, and I mean no due disrespect, I guess there's a fundamental disagreement. What I heard on the other side of the aisle is that our community financial institutions were not responsible for the financial turmoil, the economic turmoil we see. I heard talk on the other side of the aisle that we must be very respectful of the burdensome compliance cost. And so I don't understand then, why don't we take it to the logical conclusion and allow our community financial institutions not to be under this burdensome regime of the CFPA? I mean, the previous amendment from the gentleman of North Carolina doesn't do it. I mean, it's a Potemkin village of exclusion for our community financial institutions. And I must admit, I'm really kind of taken aback to find out that of all the Democratic amendments that have been offered, every single one is some kind of exclusion amendment. I mean, it's kind of like you sit there and you craft the CFPA Titanic, and then you realize there's no life rafts, and then you hasten to add life rafts for everybody who needs one. Well, lots of people need a life raft from the Titanic that's going to cost us jobs, lower the availability of credit, heighten the cost of credit, create more safety and soundness issues with possible more bailouts for the taxpayers to go on the other trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of bailouts. So I understand that, and it's interesting how many names, how many people were anxious to write in, apparently by hand, to co-sponsor the amendment that really didn't exclude the community financial institutions in the first place. And I would say that if you believe in the logic, carry the logic to its logical conclusion. If you think that our community financial institutions need to help our small businesses create jobs, if you truly think they weren't part of the economic turmoil, if you don't want to take punitive actions against them, then this is a very simple amendment offered by myself and the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Garrett. It copies the $10 billion figure for the insured depository institutions, the $1.5 billion for the credit unions, but otherwise it constitutes the real deal. So let there be no mistake, that earlier vote was not a vote. That was not a vote to exclude our community financial institutions. This amendment is the real vote, and with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back the balance of my time.